match on, table 14. Dijon Gretsch Malta, Adam Pursue England. Next match on table 9, Lakesh Beran, India, Patab Singh, India.
Patab Singh, table 9, please. Second call. In the ladies section on table 7 and 8, Northern Ireland versus Scotland. Rakesh Bedham, table 9, please.
Good evening, viewers, wherever you might be watching around the world. This is Joe Fanto in commentary. You're at the www.wepf.org site, and you've come to you via YouTube. We have a production by Baird Productions of the World Open Pool Federation World Championships. That's what you've clicked on, by intention or by accident. Please, if you've clicked on by accident, stay with us, because you're in for some great women's pool action. Pretty soon we'll have the women's match. It's a women's team event. It's one of the round robin matches between Northern Ireland and Scotland, and it'll be commencing just in a few minutes. So I'd ask you to stay tuned, and within a few moments the action will be commencing in this match between Northern Ireland and Scotland. So we're getting a view of the Scottish team there. We're coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. These are the World 8-Ball Pool Federation World Championships. This evening we're going to enjoy a match between Northern Ireland and Scotland in the ladies' team events. They go into this match with unfortunately Scotland sitting at the bottom of the ladder. Northern Ireland are sitting in fourth. Scotland are yet to have a win, and Northern Ireland have had 3 wins to be in fourth place. Of course, Scotland, I'm sure, are going to be trying to change that. They're the names of the 2 players that are going to be the 2 opponents on each table. So we're going to refer to the table on the left as table 1, table on the right as table 2, or maybe table left and table right. Most of the time I'll be doing commentary on the left table and just shooting over to the right table when there's something exciting happening or there's a score change. But this Ladies World Championship competition started back in 1997 when ladies team event started, and it's been a wonderful success since, and great for the development of ladies pool in the various countries, because they've had something to strive for. And of course you may or may not know that the defending champions in this event are Australia. They won it last year. They defeated England quite convincingly in the final. And just out of interest for you viewers, at the moment England is sitting on top on percentage over Australia in the ladies team event. I'm sure it won't be long before we have a lag to determine who breaks on table 1. This match is going to be best of 25 frames, and as you can see down the bottom, the first 2 players are going to be Kim Beresford versus Jodie Holt on table 1. Kim Beresford from Northern Ireland and Jodie Holt is from Scotland. and Emma Cunningham versus Angie Tidball of Scotland on table 2. Of course, we know that Emma Cunningham has quite a few excellent achievements after her name, including a couple of world championships that she's won as a singles player in 2011 and 13. And also I can tell you that Northern Ireland ladies have won a couple of world titles as well in 2013, 2014. We've got in the stats that both teams, there's only a couple of players playing in this match tonight that have managed to score just over the 50%, and one of them of course is Emma Cunningham from Northern Ireland. Players are ready to lag. So I'm assuming that on the left we're going to have Northern Ireland and on the right Scotland. That's correct. So Scotland have won the break. So it'll be Jodie Holt breaking on this left table on our screen. And of course she gets the opportunity to make sure the balls are racked nice and tight. The players like these balls racked really tight. They'd like to see that there's some contact. They tend to believe that they'll get more reaction when they break. And the break is very important in this game. It normally means you can take advantage and take control of the table and hopefully control of the frame. So this would be Jodie Holt breaking for Scotland. But it automatically means that Northern Ireland will be breaking on the second table, which will be Emma Cunningham. So looks like it was a dry break on table 1. And the reds, they're all spread nicely, but there seems to be little clusters of balls. There's 2 lots of 3 clusters. And there are 2 yellows and reds, coincidentally 2 yellows and a red in both clusters. So probably reds look like having a slight advantage here, but I think she's going to favour the yellows. No, she's changed her mind. Likes the idea of the reds. So she's taken that easy ball over the pocket first. And of course she's only got 1 shot because sorry, this must be Kim Beresford at the table because Jodie Holt break and she must have gone in off. That's why Kim was actually manoeuvring the ball around behind Bork, because she was given that option once the incoming player from the break went in off. She was able to have the ball in hand behind the Bork with 1 shot. So it's Kim on the red balls. And Jodie, who just had a shot then, she is on the yellows and just promoted that yellow off the cushion. So that was a close-up of Jodie. Of Kim Beresford, sorry. I'll get used to this in a minute. As you can hear, it's certainly not my full-time job, but we'll do our best. So that's Kim Beresford that's just potted to the top right, top left-hand corner. So it's Kim Beresford of Ireland here. Who's going to get the early break and gain the ascendancy? You'd have to say that Northern Ireland have got to be favourites in this match. Just looking at where they sit on the ladder. So welcome to anyone that's just joined us. You've just joined us at the start of this women's team match in the round robin between Northern Ireland and Scotland. There's no score on the board yet. It's still 0-0 between Northern Ireland and Scotland. They're playing best of 25 frames, so the winner will need to get past 13 frames. So it's back to Kim Beresford. The game seems to be in the balance on the Emma Cunningham, Angie Tidball table as well. As we've probably got a very slight advantage to Kim Beresford of Northern Ireland on the left table. Even though there's not much that she seems that she's going to be able to do with this red. She might try and double it to the top right-hand pocket if the angle is right. The white is quite close to that red, and she's probably looking to see whether she probably thought there might have been a cannon that she could have played by hitting that yellow onto the red. The red was heading in the direction of the pocket, but certainly wasn't played with enough strength, and I don't think the red was going to pot, but she probably would have been nice if it was a little bit closer to that top left pocket. So now Jodie Holt of Scotland will try and do something on these yellows. They're all nicely spread, so she's got the opportunity to pot a few balls. She's chosen to just play softly and just cover that pocket. And also leave a defensive shot, of course. So she's, it's a good try. I could see what she was trying to do, go straight through the middle and cannon onto the red and pot, and then hopefully still be able to pot the second red. So let's see if Jodie can clear a few balls here. We can see a bit of Emma Cunningham just bridging over the table there on the right table. So it's Jodie's turn on the yellows here on table one on this left table. She's tried to promote that, and she's got a very good lie because she's left Kim Beresford snookered. Kim from Northern Ireland. She's having a good look. She's probably trying to work out the angles to negotiate how to get to very hard bridge here. She's going to play two cushions, but she's run into the yellow. So it's going to be two shots for Jodie Holt of Scotland. See if she can start putting away some balls now. Two shots, she should go close to clearing. And she might take that yellow to the top right now, because now that she's got that opportunity, which may well leave her on that yellow on the cushion up that end too might be give her opportunity to clear that as well, or to at least promote it. No, she's choosing to go the cushion ball. Just played it slowly, so she's just concentrated on wanting to get across to that ball on the rail, and I suspect that her plan would be to just set it up in that top left pocket to prevent her opponent from going game at this stage. Not feeling confident to pot out. So, but that's gone in now, and she's got to go to plan B. We have an old saying in Australia, when in doubt, pot out, but you've got to be confident enough to do it. Very pensive. So she's only got one shot left from her two shots, so she's got to make it count. She must be considering sending that, well, the way she's queuing up, she looks like she's heading it for the black, but going to try and play the black into a safety area. Yeah, that's what she's done, and she's managed to get a pot at the same time. That's a great shot. That's a great result from where she is. In terms of getting a win in this frame. And she's got another shot, and she can afford to get herself down there and clear that yellow out of an area where she can't pot it. That's exactly what she's going to do right now. She played that yellow ball out. And now Kim Beresford needs to decide what she's going to do, knowing that that black's not going anywhere. She'll probably just lay this ball up and not pot it for the time being. They're very close. You can see how that black and yellow are very close, and it's going to take some planning to but you need two shots to get that black out with the first and then pot. And yet she's only got one ball on the table to snooker with. So on this other table, on table 2, this game's progressing. So that's Emma Cunningham at the table on the yellows at the moment.
Table 6, Stuart Jones, David Mikela.
So Kim Beresford's just tucked that into the pocket and nearly put the white in the pocket as well, but it stayed up for her. Let's see what Jodie Holt does now. I don't think she can play. She's behind the jaw, so she's not going to be able to play that yellow, which is up the top end of the table, at the top end of screen. At least it looks like it's behind the jaw enough that she can't play it. But she must be able to. Okay, she's certainly going for it. She'll probably run it into this black and yellow and hope that the black runs out. So now she's given herself an opportunity, but also put herself under a bit of pressure, because if she doesn't pot out, the black's just sitting there for her opponent. And she hasn't left that white in a very good position. She might have to go for a cannon here, planting a yellow onto that front yellow closest to the bottom left-hand pocket. And those shots are never easy. So this is a shot for the frame, I would say. Yeah, it's a good try, but unfortunately not successful. So that's certainly let Kim Beresford in of Northern Ireland. Still 0-0, no score in this match yet. We've been playing a few minutes. So it looks like first frame is going to go to Northern Ireland. Yes, and it's Kim Beresford of Northern Ireland who She's got the first frame on the board for her team. So Northern Ireland 1, Scotland 0. As we come across and have a look at what's happening on the other table.
Table 2, Tony.
That looks like it's going to be coming to a conclusion fairly soon. I'd say it's Emma Cunningham's shot now, and she might be a good chance to pot out from here. She's got that yellow over the top pocket. She's having a good look at to see where she's going to hit it to get position on this yellow, which needs to be potted in this bottom left-hand pocket. So she's just played it nice and slowly. Hasn't tried to do anything too fancy to get too close. Just left herself a nice clear way to play the yellow into the bottom left.
Just bringing the sheets over to the table.
So it's just lining up for a shot now. Very accomplished player, Emma Cunningham, and just beautifully brings the white ball around for the black. And have a look at that. You can't get too much straighter than that. And Emma Cunningham does the business for Northern Ireland. They now take a 2-0 lead. It took a little while to get those two frames over, but they both finished very closely, and both went to Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland 2, Scotland 0. So we now have Jo Coe, Northern Ireland, and Lindsey Mikela of Scotland. That's the match in progress. It's commenced on the on the left table, and the next opponents on the second table will be Natalie Madden and Rachel Bowie. Natalie from Northern Ireland and Rachel from Scotland. So that's Jo Coe. Jo Coe's going for the yellows. Must be an open table at the moment. And she's missed that pot, so it'd be still open table for Lindsey Mikela of Scotland to come in and play the reds. We're coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. These are the World 8-Ball Pool Federation Championships for 2017. That is Lindsey Mikela on your screen. She's got an open table, and looks like she's going to try and play that yellow ball into the right middle pocket. It's nice and steady, so she's been successful with that. So Jo will be on yellow balls. We're concentrating on the table on the left. That's a lovely pot from Jo. And I think that yellow closest to the white also goes straight through to the bottom left pocket as well. Sorry, this is Lindsey Mikela on the yellows of Scotland. No, she clipped that ball, and but she must have thought it goes, because she certainly lined up, but she seemed to rush the shot. Yeah, she sort of went down quickly and then, to me, rather rushed it. So this is the women's teams event, an event that Australia are the defending champions, and they're up there with England. England first and Australia second at the moment on the ladder, and Northern Ireland is sitting in fourth. So they're certainly in the finals at the moment, whereas Scotland have yet to win a match yet. So it's Northern Ireland at the table now, and Jo Coe. She's on the red balls. She can cut this red nearest the white into the bottom left. Looks like she's lining up for that shot. She's actually chosen to play it off her other red. the way the body language tells me that she didn't want to pot that. Now, red to the top. Top left-hand pocket, I would think. And then she's got the red into the bottom left, and she's got the red that she can run to the bottom right corner. If she can negotiate those few pots together. Of course, she's got those two red balls at the end. She may even choose to, no, she's going to the left of the screen. And to me, it looked like she fouled. To me, I think that was a foul. Yes, and it's brought back in Scotland. Brought back in Lindsey Mikela. So she'd be playing the yellows now. And she would have two shots. So she can play this yellow into the bottom left. And probably stun to put one of those yellows on the cushion. Yes, that's exactly what she's done, and she's nicely nudged that yellow out, which it probably will sneak into that bottom right pocket now. So that was a good shot. And she's still got two shots. She's looking to see if that's frozen. She obviously wants to play it slow, I think. So this is Lindsey Mikela at the table at the moment for Scotland. She's trying to get the first frame for Scotland. She's potted that nicely. That's Lindsey. Having a good look at that yellow. Okay, so didn't quite pot that. It's at least covered the pocket. But she's got one more shot. If she can pot this, she's still on with the break to clear to win the first frame for Scotland. She's played that nicely into the middle, nice and firm and convincing. Picking up a little bit of confidence. Now I think she'll just no, she's not going to screw back. She's played that nicely. She can play that, whatever her preference of shot is here, straight to the top right, or slight cut into the middle right. Some people don't like straight shots, but at this level I think most people do. She's gone straight to the top, and she's won the first frame for Scotland. That was Lindsey Mikela, who's put a frame on the board for Scotland. And Scotland trail 1 to Northern Ireland 2 in this women's team match. So let's flick over to the match on the second table, which is Natalie Madden and Rachel Bowie. Natalie of Northern Ireland and Rachel of Scotland. So I think it's Natalie to have a shot now on the yellows. Coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. World 8-Ball Pool Championships. So it's Natalie Madden having a shot here for Northern Ireland. She's potted that ball nice and firm. I think she's looking to play a plant here. She's going to play yellow onto yellow to try and run it down the rail. Face full of concentration, her expression. Making sure she doesn't touch that other ball down there. She played that beautifully. Executed very well. She's worked out the angle to play the cannon and potted that ball nicely. Looks like she's very close to that yellow though. I suspect she's got a pot. Looks like she might even have a pot into the middle pocket. but it's virtually the only ball that she can hit directly. So we'll just stay with Natalie at the moment, since she's so we're on the second table commentating at the moment. Natalie Madden and Rachel Bowie. Natalie Madden of Northern Ireland. She's not sure what she wants to play, whether she wants to play and try and break that the red and yellow out. No, she's just going to opt for, yeah, she figures when in doubt, do nothing. And she's just played a safety shot, like a defensive shot, because her opponent can't do too much there, Rachel. So it'll be Rachel Bowie here trying to make something happen here. Yeah, so she has been left a fairly difficult situation, and that she can certainly hit that red. She's got an awkward bridge to hit the red. But all she's going to be able to do, she's taken that more distant. She's going to nudge them. It probably helps both opponents to a certain extent. In fact, it probably helps the incoming Natalie Madden more so than Rachel, although she's got a very, very awkward bridge here. Yeah, she's probably going to need the spider if she wants to pursue coming to this end of the table. But that white is very close to the red, and then to make things worse, you've got a yellow ball just behind it as well. But she seems to be, she's confident with her reach. Yeah, looks okay as long as she stays steady. I'm sure she would have liked to go the other side though. She didn't quite play it the way she would have liked if she had a normal bridge, I'm sure. She would have liked to have come out to put the yellow in into this same pocket, which then would have been able to keep the break alive, and that yellow near the red is very potable into the middle pocket. So now I think she's looking at the cannon, the way she's lining up. She's looking to see the yellow to be played onto the yellow closest to the red. No, played defensive. And she seems to have a pass, snooker. Rachel Bowie's not going to be able to hit a full ball there. May try and get a result by playing it off the yellow. This is Rachel Bowie concentrating and trying to work out what she's going to do with that red nearest to yellow. Oh, I think she's fouled. She's obviously dropped her concentration there and given her opponent 2 shots. So it'll be Natalie Madden trying to finish off this frame for Northern Ireland. Bridging. So that's shot number 1. So she can play this yellow into the bottom right-hand pocket, the yellow closest to the red, and then leave herself on for the other yellow into that pocket. She's probably going to play this slow. Played that nicely, so she's certainly given herself a big chance. This remaining yellow goes into the same pocket. Played that nicely, left herself on a black into the middle. So, and Natalie Madden gets frame number 3 up for Northern Ireland, and Northern Ireland 3, Scotland 1 in a race to 13, best of 25 frames. In this match between Northern Ireland and Scotland in the ladies team competition. So let's see what's happening on table 1 with Lisa Moore and Louise Sutton. Looks like Louise Sutton's got lots of yellows still left on the table, and Lisa Moore's just got a couple over the pockets, which are very potable. And I think the black actually comes through to be potable in that bottom right hand corner. So this this frame completing will complete the first round. So I'm sure she's going to. I don't think it goes looking at it from this angle. Let's see. She's given it every chance, but no, I believe that's the best she could do there. So that's a lay of the table from above. All potable, but a couple of them that work to do. So she's just tried to snooker here. She's probably have to shot up the table. It's to me it looks like it can just about be played without putting any work on the white. The angle seems to be there to be able to just. Oh, she might even be able to see it. She can go back this way off a cushion by the looks. There's enough room, yeah. And it just rocks the black. That happens, just rocked it across the face of the pocket. So Louise Sutton still has another chance. Let's try and do something. So she's got pot number 1. There's only 6 balls to go. I'd say she's going to be looking for one of those 2 balls into the middle pocket, whether she takes this nearest one to the white or the one next up. But it's one of those cases where, judging by the way she's looked at the table, she might be looking to play a snooker from the outset here, and she'll probably play that ball, promotes the ball and playing a snooker. So Lisa Moore's got to find a way to get to this black. If she gets to it, the chances are she's going to pot it this time. That's for sure. I'm wrong there. Very wrong. She's managed to, and the speed that was fired at. It's amazing that black didn't come out at all. They kind of both jawed together, and the pace came right down, and there was hardly any movement. And do 2 balls after that. So pressure back on Louisa to see if she can pot a few balls. No, she's her game's not there at the moment by the looks, and Lisa should have an easy pot on the black here. So Scotland go to a 4-1 lead after the first round. Northern Ireland 4, Scotland 1, and that was Lisa Moore that defeated Louise Sutton. On the second table, we've got Kim Beresford from Northern Ireland at the moment, playing Lindsey Mikela. So, good evening to you from the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool. So, Blackpool time, it's good evening. Don't think we'd have too many viewers in Australia at the moment because it'll be in the wee hours of the morning. But if you are up watching pool early in the morning, a big cheerio to you. Great to have you on board, and big cheerio to everybody, all the viewers that are watching around the world, watching this World 8 Ball Pool Federation coverage of the World Championships for 2017. Very proud to have Baird Productions doing all the great work to bring it to you. The English Pool Association, who actually run the event, do a magnificent job under the tournament directorship of Alan Benton and his management team, with some great help from George Harwood, of course. And of course all overseen and sanctioned by the World 8-Ball Pool Federation. That was a nice break. So if we can go back to table 1, Emma Cunningham and Jodie Holt. So that looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A red must have disappeared. So it'd be Jodie Holt still at the table. Be interesting to see if she stays with reds or goes yellows. She's choosing yellows, which means if she misses, then it'll be an open table. And she has missed. So Emma Cunningham will be coming into an open table. And she's potted a yellow ball. Still seizing up her options and walking around the table a few times. Played that nicely. Looking at that yellow to come into this bottom right hand pocket. She's playing playing to the middle. She's left herself a long pot on that yellow near the balk line, nearest the balk line. Oh, there's a yellow nearest the red. I think she'll go for the longer option. No, she's going for the yellow nearest the red, probably goes in the middle. Yeah, she's played that beautifully and come around nicely to... Would have liked to go a bit more because she hasn't got a clean pot on that yellow nearest the balk line. Probably got to play cannon if she wants to keep potting here. And she might try and play tight safety on the on the top rail. So Northern Ireland 4, Scotland 1. Basically we've completed the first round of 5 frames, playing 5 by 5 rounds. Yeah, so she's missed that pot. She has to try to put a bit of work on that white to make it to create the pot, but didn't quite get executed as well as she would have liked. So these two teams on the ladder are Northern Ireland are sitting in 4th, and Scotland unfortunately is still haven't won a match, sitting at the bottom of the ladder. So they'd be trying hard to try and change that, but they haven't got a good start. She's tried to double that back, Jodie Holt. So Emma Cunningham's got a plant here, I believe. I'd say she'll probably take that on. Taking that first. Of course, I would have taken the plant, but I just like trying the plants. But obviously, this was a better percentage shot. She managed to get a nice clean pot into the top left, and now she's got a pot into the middle. and then
Cancelled that,
leave the last
sorry.
ball all open, and the blacks in the open as well.
From England and South Africa move over to table 10.
And that's Emma Cunningham chalking up another frame for Northern Ireland, and she did it with ease. So Northern Ireland 5 now, Scotland 1. World Championships for 2017 of 8-ball pool here at the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool, England. So let's flick over to the other table, Kim Beresford versus Lindsey Mikela. Kim Beresford of Northern Ireland, Lindsey Mikela of Scotland. So we'll try and pick up on, so it must be Lindsey Mikela having a shot on the reds. And this would be Kim Beresford of Northern Ireland. I expect she should try the pot out here, take the easy ball and bring the white to the middle of the table where she can pot these last two yellows. She's set up for the middle here. Can't quite see. And I think the other yellow goes into the middle right as well. So she only needs to, well, she's followed through, so she's going to bring the yellow back into the bottom right. And she'll still be comfortably on black if she makes that pot, so we'll stay with the match on the second table. She's missed. She's missed the pot. So Lindsey Mikela gets the opportunity here. Let's see if she can get another frame on the board for Scotland. It's a nice shot. Now she's got to. She's either going to play this slow and leave the white nice and within that same region of where the ball is. Yeah, that's the shot. Now she's got a good chance on this black into the bottom left. Hopefully she can steady and get another frame on the board for Scotland. Taking a few deep breaths. I think she's got a few nerves that she's trying to control, knowing how important this frame is for her team. Of course, it's a different pressure playing for the team than when you play in the individual event. Concentration. And she's made the pot. Lindsey Mikela of Scotland pushes the score up to 2 frames for Scotland. She defeated Kim Beresford, so it's Scotland 2, Northern Ireland 5, as we move back to table 1, the table on the left of screen, which is Jo Coe and Angie Tidball. That was Jo Coe shooting on the red balls, bringing it back to the bottom left-hand pocket, promoting it. So it must be Angie coming to the table now on yellows. I have a fan out there yelling out, "Come on, Scotland." I'm sure there's lots of Scottish fans out there watching this in Scotland somewhere. That's your girls there. Some of them sending some messages home, giving them an update on the score if they're not watching, but hopefully everybody's viewing on on www.wepf.com, the YouTube. Just clicking on the connection. Of course, this is brought to us by Baird Productions. We're doing a great job in giving you a lovely clear screen and great picture of the proceedings. We're coming to you from the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool. World Championships 2017. Angie Tidball at the moment on the table. Didn't quite pot that. So she's going to let Jo Ko come back to the table on the left of screen. She's on the red balls for Northern Ireland. She's just promoting that ball back over to the middle pocket. So she's kind of preparing that for later on. Now Angie may take the easy ball over the right pocket. Otherwise, I think that's the one she's going to take and try and get position. So she's got that yellow that she can put in the middle, the yellow nearest the red. So it's great to see these women playing the game. It's a wonderful team sport. Ladies team event at the World Championship started in '97 and she's played that nicely. This is Angie Tidball of Scotland. Lovely to see everybody in their national uniforms. It's very inspirational when you see them all come in and fill the room, march into their national anthems at the opening ceremony in their glowing uniforms and shoulders back, proud to wear their national colours. It's as moving as any other sport that I've watched at opening ceremony. I've been privileged to be there for many years in the past. I won't tell you how long, it might give away a good part of my age. So this is Angie, full of concentration. Angie Tidball of Scotland. On yellow balls, so I think she's got to play a cannon here onto the second yellow. Good attempt, but not quite good enough. So it's going to give Jo Ko of Northern Ireland opportunity here. It's not an easy pot though. She's got to probably pot at full length of the table to that top left if she's going to go for the pot out. Or she might be looking at playing that second red near the left rail and hiding behind the other red. No, she's chosen to hide behind those two reds as it's turned out and move the black out. And she's left a cannon for Angie. She could cut the yellow in the middle of the table here at the bottom end and try and play it onto the one near the bottom right hand pocket. See how she goes. Good try, but not good enough, unfortunately. And she's let Jo Ko right in here because all those four balls are reasonably, I won't say easy, but very potable. And then she should be able to find a way with the black, either double it or run it to the top left-hand pocket, depending on the position she gets. is Joko here. Going to try and put Northern Ireland into a commanding lead. So it's a nice shot. She's got a nice position on this second ball that she's got to try pot during this break. I think it'll still be difficult to pot out here. It's a nice shot though, to put herself on this red that's on the rail. Played it with a lot of work to get the right spin off the cushion to make that shot. So she'll be able to pot this ball in the bottom left, and she'll try and probably screw back a bit as much as she can in order to get closer to that red in the top and pot in the top left hand pocket. Yeah, she's unfortunately in stretching. It's amazing how when you have to stretch out and cue that way, how easy it is to just be off with your cueing, and you quite often see those pots missed. So the opportunity's back with Angie for Scotland, so she can at least pot these two balls. I'd expect that she's at least going to get a shot on the black. Try and get as close as possible to it. Just going to shoot it with a bit of conviction, and
Match on table 12.
to see whether she goes for the double here. She's looking at the pot top left, which is not an easy cut, but if she can at least cover that pocket, the chances are that she'll get another shot at it, because it'll be preventing that red from going into that pocket, and that red will be hard to pot anywhere else. So that's exactly what happened here. That black is covering the pocket, so it was a great attempt at potting there by Angie Tidball. So now it's Joko who's got her work cut out to try and find a solution to winning this frame. I'd say it's going to have to be fairly spectacular for it to come off. Let's see what she tries. I don't think she's had a go. She didn't want to die wondering. She wanted to have a shot at potting that first ball. So that should be elementary here for Angie to just step up and pot that black, and just bring Scotland that little bit closer to Ireland, Northern Ireland. It is early in the piece. And that's Angie Tidball of Northern Ireland scoring the third frame for Scotland. So the score is Scotland 3, Northern Ireland 5 in the best of 25 frames here at the World Championships for 2017 in the women's team event, as we flick over to Natalie Madden playing Louise Sutton. And it's Louise Sutton on the red balls. Unfortunately, that was not a very good attempt. Leaves her opponent either a double back to the top right-hand pocket, or a very long pot to the bottom right. But whatever shot she plays, she's going to be thinking that she's going to leave her opponent on, so that she's going to try and double this back, I would say. Looks like she's played that very nicely. That's a great shot by Louise Sutton, by Natalie Madden on the yellows. Natalie Madden of Northern Ireland. So So is she going for the middle or straight down to the end? Looks like a nice long straight pot. Just missed, just off. So it leaves the door open for Louise Sutton and the possibility for Scotland to get even a little bit closer. So let's see what Natalie can do here. Another double maybe, although that red seems to be in the way. Yes, that red was in the way. But yeah, the direction seemed to be right, but I don't think she calculated that she'd probably hit the red on the way through. Maybe she was hoping that it would just missed and still pocket. So now Louise can probably work her way back into this. So she's having a good look at that from behind. She's obviously she's got a clear shot to come to this back cushion and hit that yellow. So she's trying to at least give it a chance to probably go to that top left pocket where that red is. And it actually is a bigger pocket with that red there, because you've got some margin for error that there could be a chance that you'll go off that red into the pocket. It would be a great shot if she can pull it off. No, she's going the other way. She's probably looking at snookering then if she's going to go the other way. No, she's going really... Yeah, no, all she did was just try and play out of the snooker by the looks. I thought she was going to go for something a bit more spectacular. So now Louise Sutton. Louise Sutton of Scotland should be able to pot this ball. The red in the top left, and then come around for the other two balls. Something's made her want to get up and have another look. It is slightly a difficult bridge. She's going the other way. It looks like she's going to try and play a snooker. And I believe that's a foul, because no ball has hit the cushion when it's come off. It's gone off top cushion, right cushion, hit the red, and nothing has hit a cushion after. So I believe that is a foul, and if it's a foul snooker, it can be one of the options is ball in hand, or you can nominate one of those reds to pot and then still have two shots, which is exactly what Natalie has done. So she's used that red to get her white ball back to this end of the table, but didn't budget on hitting that jaw and not quite coming out to where she would have liked. So still a little bit of work to do. You've got to try and play a good position shot here. That's not too bad. She should be able to run that down to the left bottom pocket. So this is Natalie Madden looking to put Northern Ireland 3 frames up again, which is the biggest lead of the match so far. And yellow's gone in. She's left with a black into the middle, relatively straight black into the middle. So Natalie Madden defeats Louise Sutton of Scotland. So Northern Ireland 6, Scotland 3. In these World Championships for 2017, coming to you from the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool. World 8-Ball Pool Federation rules are the rules being played here at these titles. I sort of recognise them as being the only pool game that gives 2 shots for a foul that I know of. So it's Rachel Bowie here on table 1. I've just been advised that there's going to be a substitute in Laura Thornton is going to come in round 3 for Kim Beresford. Laura Thornton is going to be coming in for Kim Beresford. So that's a pot into the middle pocket by Lisa Moore on the reds, and hopefully for her sake that red comes to the bottom left-hand pocket. Yeah, looks as if it's far enough away from the black. That did exactly that. Now, can she get, can't see how much the gap is, but I would think that she can get that black into the middle right, which would then make the lead for Scotland, for Northern Ireland, even more. Yes, and she's managed to bucket that. Lisa Moore of Northern Ireland wins that frame, defeats Rachel Bowie of Scotland. So Northern Ireland raced to a 7-3 lead against Scotland in the best of 25 frames. And Laura Thornton is on the second table. She's playing Angie Tidball. So Laura Thornton has come in to replace Kim Beresford at the number 1 spot. So we've now played 10 frames, which is the end of the second round of 5. And Northern Ireland have quite a comfortable lead at this stage of the match at 7-3. I have no advice of any substitutes for Scotland, so we'll just concentrate on Laura Thornton and Ange Tidball. So it's been a wonderful start to these World Championships. Lots of teams and participation and enthusiasm. So it's Laura Thornton at the table at the moment on the yellows for Northern Ireland. She'll be hoping for a good start. She's been brought in as the substitute. She'll want to try and impress in this relatively strong Northern Ireland side. So this is Angie of Scotland. Probably try and pot this into the middle. Scotland are yet to win a match in this team event. So it's Laura having a good look. Just playing a safety, or just playing a restrictive shot. He's sort of left a pot on that obvious ball over the pocket, but I don't think Angie's going to take that one. It's been played to the top pocket, but not quite. Emma Cunningham all smiles. I think I'd be smiling too if I had her record in the ladies' comp. Very accomplished player. A couple of world titles under her belt, both in the team and the women's event, because Northern Ireland have won this world championship twice, both in 2013 and 2014. And I believe Emma's world titles were 2011, 2013, and singles title. At the moment we're at the table with Laura Thornton and Angie Tidball. Looking at Laura Thornton at the moment on the yellows. She's just nudged that yellow into the middle pocket. Now, what are her options? She's kind of snookered herself on the yellow over the pocket on the right. So she may try and double that and promote balls, but didn't look too productive to me. But at the same time, her opponent's not in a position where she's likely to pot out here. So Angie Tidball on the reds for Scotland, and she's missed the plant from there, unfortunately. So now it's Laura back on yellows having a shot and just nudged that red to, I was going to say to safety, but there's a big gap there between the yellow and the jaw there in this bottom right hand pocket, and so Angie's just played that in there, taking advantage. I don't think it's nudged enough. I think you could smack that yellow hard and maybe force it through the cush if you needed to. But at least it's still a good shot. It's just not a very convincing shot, but I guess she was just looking to buy time. So she's played a shot that didn't really look to achieve too much. But at the same time, didn't alter the situation from what it was. So Angie Tidball of Scotland, she's going to double this. So back to Laura Thornton, who's going to come in on yellows. See if she tries anything daring or tries to force that yellow into the bottom right pocket, or maybe breaks these two yellows out. That's interesting. Neither of them have fallen. So that's the Northern Ireland crew. Very pensive. So we're commentating on the second table at the moment, because that's one that we took over after the last match. So now, will Laura Thornton try and force that yellow past the red in the bottom right hand pocket? Probably not, because she's got those two yellows that are not potable unless doubling, which are, yeah, so she's going for the yellow nearest the black, the way she was aiming. Snatch that off the cushion.
Come on then, Angie. Come on. Come on then, Emma.
So you would think that Angie Tidball would possibly go for this now, because I think that red will force the yellow out if she pots it. So that's she's potted that easy ball over the middle pocket. Now if she goes for game, I don't think she will, because she wouldn't feel comfortable that black is where it is with that yellow covering at the moment. forced that red, which was a good shot, and it's brought the black out, which is a good thing for her. Unfortunately, she can't go for that red over the pocket at the moment, over the left pocket, but she can go for the other red and try and pot it in the top left, probably, and just leave the white thereabouts, or just because she's got a good position on black if she pots it in that top left, just by stunning the white. But of course she's still got that, she's still got the red over the bottom left pocket. So after potting that red in the top left, she would have to negotiate potting the ball over the bottom left pocket and find her way back to the black. So she's playing with a bit of top or through the middle of the ball. She played that beautifully. That's a great pop by Angie Tidball. And it was that's a nice shot by Angie, but she's going to be a fair way. So he's going to take a good shot here. She's just hit the black, the yellow. To me it looked like she fouled. Not sure whether they think she sneaked the black. They would know. I think she's lining up for another shot. I'm pretty sure it's Laura Thornton having another shot now, and she's going to sneak her on the black, but that's a foul shot as well because nothing hit the cushion. So she's going to get ball in hand here with two shots. Not very happy. And she'll be able to run the black down to the bottom right pocket as we got the game. Looks like it's got a shot on the black on the left table as well by Louise Sutton, which missed. So both these two frames are going to finish at the same time, and yes, we've got a result on the right table. Angie Tidball of Scotland draws Scotland a bit nearer, so Scotland only trail 4-7 now against Northern Ireland. Angie Tidball defeated Laura Thornton, and here's Emma Cunningham lining up for a red in the top left-hand pocket on the first table, and now going to be finishing off with the black in the top right-hand pocket to restore the lead for Northern Ireland to 4 games. Northern Ireland 8, Scotland 4 here at the World Championships for 2017 of the World 8-Ball Pool Federation. Coming to you from Blackpool in England. This might be an opportune time to go for a commercial break if the production team are ready while the balls are being racked. So we're back with the action. So we've got Emma Cunningham, Louise Sutton, table on the left, and Jo Coe and Rachel Bowie on the right table. So it's Emma Cunningham at the table now. So this is ladies team events this evening by these two teams, with Northern Ireland that's sitting in fourth spot on the ladies ladder, and Scotland unfortunately trying to win their first match is sitting on the bottom of the ladder. So I've got a reshuffle of names here. I'm not sure. They're saying that so it must be Natalie Madden on table 1 versus Jodie Holt, and Jo Cole, Rachel Bowie on the second table. Yeah, those names were from the previous game. So I'll be with you in a few moments. We should be able to catch up to the action. So we'll stick to Natalie Madden and Jodie Holt. Obviously no ball potted yet because must be an open table. It's come up now that Natalie Madden's on the reds and Jodie Holt's on the yellows. That must have been Jodie Holt to play that shot. And Natalie Madden's going to come in to have a shot on the reds for Northern Ireland. Having a good walk around to try and seize up the lay of the balls. So she's chosen to take the easy ball over the right top pocket, which is a red. And I think she's going to try and put that red back in that top right pocket as well. And probably would have liked a little bit more acute angle to be a bit straighter on that red to the top right. Maybe didn't quite put as much spin on it as she wanted to get the position. It's a nice shot by Natalie Madden, nice pot, and I think she can sneak past the red into the bottom left pocket here. Either she's going to pot it or she'll be able to cover it, which means she'll take control of that pocket. But she can also fit through and pot this red in the bottom right from what I can see, and that's what the option she's going to take first. That's a nice shot. So Northern Ireland are 4 and Scotland, Northern Ireland are 8 frames to 4 against Scotland here in this match, this ladies match for 2017 in the women's team competition. Women's team competition started in 1997. Northern Ireland managed to win 2 of those World Championships. That's a lovely pot, lovely double, which that double has given her opportunity for this frame because she can put this red into the right middle pocket and then she'll be on the black in the opposite middle pocket, which she just had a good look at to try and see where the best spot for your white is to leave. Played that nicely, no more than what she needed to. And now for the black into the middle left by Natalie Madden. That's Natalie Madden, another frame for Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland 9, Scotland 4, and she defeated Jodie Holt of Scotland. On the other table, we've got Jo Coe versus Rachel Bowie. It looks like Jo Coe's on the reds and Rachel Bowie on the yellows. It's a nice pot down the rail to Rachel Bowie. We'll stay with this table now. Good evening, viewers, to wherever you're watching around the world. It's good evening here from Blackpool, but I guess if you're in the southern hemisphere, in Australia territory, it'd be early hours of the morning, so it'd be good morning. Hopefully you're enjoying this coverage, brought to you by Baird Productions, courtesy of the English Pool Association and World 8-Ball Pool Federation at these World Championships for 2017. So Rachel Bowie doing well here. She is trying hard to get another frame back for Scotland. She can pot this yellow and come back. The next up is going to be India versus Morocco's in the men's team. That should be a cracker of a match. So this yellow now by Rachel Bowie. I imagine she'll attempt to put it up to the top right-hand pocket. And that looks really nice, didn't deviate at all. That's a beautiful shot by Rachel Bowie. And she should be able to pot this black, the 8-ball in the bottom left-hand pocket. I suspect there are some viewers in Australia, just from messages come through on my phone. And that's a beautiful shot by, beautiful out by Rachel Bowie. So she's got another frame up for Scotland. So Scotland trail Northern Ireland 5 frames to 9 as we flick over to the table on the left of screen. Where we've got an open table at the moment. Just flicked over to, looks like Lisa Moore is on the reds and Lindsey Mikela is on the yellows. Lisa Moore at the table, just potted another red in the top right hand pocket. And she might try and promote, no, she's going to go for the red into the middle pocket, middle left pocket. But unfortunately she's missed that. And it'll be Lindsey Mikela with the opportunity to come to the table now. We're getting at the business end of this match, particularly for Northern Ireland. They've only got 4 frames to win the match. There's 14 frames played in the best of 25. They'll be playing all the frames. That's a lovely shot, a lovely cannon by Lindsey Mikela of Scotland. But unfortunately her white is snookered now behind the 8-ball. She's just going to try and play out of the snooker. She's done that nicely. But of course every time you play out of a snooker, quite often it's hard to not leave your opponent on. And Lisa Moore has the opportunity here to play this plant of red onto red and into the bottom left-hand pocket. Yes, I've received a couple of messages from Australia acknowledging the live stream. Hi everyone. Enjoy the coverage. Hopefully you don't lose too much sleep, but we certainly love having you listening to us. And of course to all our viewers, I'm sure in Scotland and in Northern Ireland, great to have you listening to the coverage. You obviously love your 8-ball like we do, and we love bringing it to you. We've got Lisa Moore we've got Lindsey Mikela there at the table. Unfortunately, she missed that yellow to the middle. So it's Lisa Moore who's going to come to the table for Northern Ireland. She's just got that red down the top end of the table to negotiate, to try and finish behind it to bring it to the right hand top pocket. She's got a few balls down this end of pot first, down the bottom end of screen, and she's doing exactly that at the moment. She's taking, and that's cleared that ball nicely, because that red now goes into the left middle. So I suspect I can see at the top left that there is a bit of a gap between the jaw and the yellow, but I'm sure it doesn't go in there. She's taking this red to the left middle pocket. And she's got a nice, she's kind of made it a very fine cut now for this red into the bottom left. So she's going to play the red at the top and probably promote that. But she's going to leave her opponent on. She's playing that back. This could be perfect. Oh, what a shot. That's a magnificent shot, especially if she's played for it. But it's a great pot. It was a great pot by Lisa Moore, but unfortunately she's not snookered, but she's only left herself, I think, about a half a ball, and it's on the wrong side as well, because she can't put it closer to the pocket. What she's going to be doing is trying to avoid giving the two shots away. I know she could see more of it than I thought, but it was still very difficult to pot. So now it's opportunity for Lindsey, Mikela and Scotland again to try and pick a frame back. Lindsey Mikela pulling up the sleeves. Comes back nicely on that yellow to the middle right. The 2017 World Championships of 8-ball pool, coming to you from Blackpool here in England. She's gone potted that black and come around, potted that last ball and come around nicely for the black. So she's now got a nice straight, relatively straight shot to the bottom right hand corner. But she's overhit it and jawed it. That's not a good miss. No miss is a good miss, but she would have been chalking that one up, and I was nearly chalking it up as well for Scotland. So it's Lindsey Moore that's got the opportunity now to possibly put Northern Ireland further ahead. Looks like the game on the right table is on the right of screen is coming to the concluding stages. Only one ball left for Laura Thornton, Northern Ireland. So that's just promoted the red slightly. But we have a shot on black for Lindsey Mikela of Scotland here. So she must be having a good look at it, because she's not in screen. So, and she's played that nicely. That's another frame to Scotland by Lindsey Mikela. Lindsey Mikela of Scotland draws them just a little bit closer. They've got 6 frames now, so Scotland 6, Northern Ireland 9, and Lindsey defeated Lisa Moore of Northern Ireland. So concentrating on the match on the other table, Laura Thornton, who was the substitute, playing Rachel Bowie. And of course, next up, India versus Morocco in the men's teams event. That should be a high-flying game. Very colourful to watch the Moroccans play. Very attacking. Won a world championship a couple of years ago. Great to have the Moroccans as a member of the World 8-Ball Pool Federation. So she must be trying the plant here. No, she played the double, and that's a beautiful double by Rachel Bowie of Scotland. Scotland could be coming back here if she can pot this yellow and the black, then they can get to within 2 frames. And that's at the business end of the match. So Rachel Bowie lining up this black to pot it in the bottom left-hand pocket. And she's played it. Oh, she's jawed it. She just seemed to be rushing her shots a little bit, but they came off, and then this last one, she just couldn't quite. And now, of course, that's let Northern Ireland back in with Laura Thornton potting that red and coming back for an easy black. Laura Thornton of Northern Ireland makes a score 10-6 against Scotland in this ladies team round robin match, coming to you from the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool, England, at these World Championships for 2017. So the frame between Emma Cunningham and Lindsey Mikela being played on the table left of screen. Of course, these days you can watch the live stream on computers, iPads, iPhones. So I imagine there's possibly some people in Australia with their iPad or iPhone just sneaking a bit of a look in while they're in between sleeps. And of course it's normal time in Europe for everyone in Northern Ireland and Scotland. Great to have you all with us. Very proud to be able to bring you these coverages live. You know, once upon a time we relied on TV, and that was very expensive, and it required simply just recordings, and it would be quite some time before you'd actually get to see the recording. So technology has been very good to us, that we can do this for you at a very affordable price. So tell all your friends that 8-Ball Pool is now live streamed, and we're at the World Championships, and there's going to be live streaming continuously all day right up until finals day, which will be Wednesday of next week, which will be Wednesday the 5th of July.
Anyone in the room waiting for the 7:30
So we've got
session,
Lindsey
that's a 7
Mikela on the yellows.
in the men's event. It is running late.
So all those yellows are very potable. You should probably take this yellow and cut it into the middle here, into the middle right. No, she's going to go for top left first. Now she's left it awkward for her to pot the next ball, unfortunately, because I don't think she can take the yellow into the left middle. And she's very close to that ball near the white. That is potable, but probably potable in the bottom right when the screen goes back to normal. Yeah, bottom right pocket there. It's potable there. Might even go through between black and red, and that looks like where she's going. So that's bottom right. Made that pocket. Now she's got a good angle for that yellow into the middle pocket, which she's going for now. And of course the yellow into the top right hand corner, and the black is set up. So it could be another frame to Scotland. Should be sensing this, so the nerves kind of increase. She played that beautifully. Well played, Lindsey Mikela. Wouldn't be easy out there, trailing Northern Ireland by 4 frames. So I can't see whether she must have missed it. She has missed it, so still getting a few messages from Australia, which is great to see. A few of the friends that I've let know that this is happening. Got to send a call out to the grandchildren the other morning, which they greatly appreciated. And we love to have any of the children watching, young up and coming players, watching the technique of these players and learning from the way they stand, the way they bridge, the smooth cueing actions, all the things to try and develop in young children, and of course the spirit of the game. That's what I've enjoyed teaching the grandkids. And this is another out for Emma Cunningham, and Ireland taking an 11-6 lead in this match. The best of 25, Northern Ireland 11, Scotland 6 at these World Championships for 2017 of 8-ball pool here at the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool, England. So let's flick over to the other table on the right of screen, where Jo Coe is doing battle with Louise Sutton. The winner is the team that reaches 13, so Northern Ireland only have 2 frames to go. So Jo Coe on the yellow balls. She's got that yellow behind the red in the bottom right-hand pocket. That's a bit of a problem. And it's preventing the other yellow ball just nearest the balk here at the bottom end, preventing that from being potted in that same pocket. So she's a bit restrictive. She may choose to go up the table to that yellow on its lonesome near the top left-hand pocket. But no, she looks like she's going to do a bit of work at the bottom end here. And she's just played that's a good shot. She's played yellow into the red, nudged the red in a position where it doesn't run down into this bottom right-hand pocket anymore, but the yellow does. So she's gained a little bit of an advantage there. So Louise Sutton of Scotland. She's maybe related to a dear friend in Australia. Not sure if they're of Scottish descent. And that's, I think she was trying to cut that in the top right-hand pocket, but unfortunately that was a shot that went a little bit wrong. And the reds finished up on that top cushion. Not too much damage though as far as her opponent, because although Jo Coe can run this yellow down now past the red and probably try and clip the red, because if she clips the red then it opens it right up and then all yellows will become pottable. Let's see how she goes. No, she's just played fairly delicately. She did clip the red, but not hard enough to force it out. But she has got an opportunity to play the red. That's the yellow, which is close to this bottom cushion, away from the corner pocket, but she can cut that yellow across to the left pocket, left bottom pocket. Which is a difficult ball otherwise. So it's Jo Coe of Ireland. Northern Ireland, sorry. So it's coming cross that's now set up over the left bottom pocket. So that's a nice pot by Louise Sutton. Quite a cut here to try and cut this red across to the right top pocket. Played it reasonably well, and at least she's promoted it to be right over the pocket now. And now Jo Ko. That's a lovely shot. Possibly too good a shot. It would have been good if it could nick the red, but if you nick the red, you'd miss the pot. She may try and. I think right now she'll probably pot that yellow up to the top left. But she's also got that yellow to the bottom right, where you could try and play it to just set up over the pocket to take control of this bottom right-hand pocket where there's a problem with the yellow not going into it at the moment. So he's going to take that top left one first. This is the frame between. That's a lovely pot because she's managed to get herself nice and close to this yellow to reduce the degree of difficulty on the shot, on her next shot. So let's see whether she goes to pot or whether she goes to just set it up. No, she's played nice and firm. She thought she might be able to get a nick, and she has actually disturbed all the balls there. And it's quite a good result because what's got to happen here is that Louise Sutton's got to play up the table and come back to get position on this red to the bottom right if she's going to win this frame, which is not easy. Looks like she's looking to. Yeah, not quite far enough. It's still very cuttable. It's a fine cut, but very difficult shot. And then the white's going to run the other side of the black. Although it might even kick it. It's so fine. See how she plays this. She's queuing up for top. It's a lovely cut. Thought she'd got that. Now let's see if Jo Ko can close out this frame. Of course, they're all potable. She's got the yellow for the bottom right pocket. Then she's going to the bottom left first. Just played it normal. She would have liked to come out a bit more because there's a bit of a cut on that pocket there for the bottom right, on that yellow ball for the bottom right pocket. So Jo Ko of Ireland looking to put Northern Ireland further ahead. So, sorry, it's Northern Ireland. And she's left her on. Louise Sutton's got another opportunity. I'm sure she didn't think she was going to get that. She's got another, and that's another black disappeared on the left table. Looks like a frame to Scotland. So Scotland fighting back. They come back still keeping above board. keeping their chances alive. They're 7 frames. Scotland trail Northern Ireland 7-11, and it's Scotland at the table here, lining up for the black. Louise Sutton, she pots the black, so Scotland claw another one back, so they get to within 3 frames again of Northern Ireland. So the score is Northern Ireland 11, Scotland 8 at these World Championships for 2017. Coming to you from the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool, England. And it's probably an opportunity for another commercial break with both tables racking up.
Match on table 6. Match winning qualifier, Jordan Doyle, Ireland.
Looks like we're staying with the coverage. So both these two teams, Northern Ireland looking to cement their place in the top 4 for the final series, and Scotland fighting to win their first match of these championships. They haven't won yet, and they're sort of stuck to the bottom of the ladder at the moment. So it's Lisa Moore versus Jodie Watt. Lisa Moore of Northern Ireland and Jodie Holt of Scotland. Emma Cunningham and Rachel Bowie. Emma Cunningham, Northern Ireland, Rachel Bowie of Scotland on the table on the right of screen. So it's a little bit hard to tell. So it's a yellow ball potted. I think that is Jodie Holt that just potted that yellow ball. No, Lisa Moore. So Lisa Moore of Northern Ireland.
Matt Riley qualifying, Jordan Doyle, Ireland, table 6.
That's straight through the middle. It's looks like kicking a goal. She's got a yellow that she can probably play into the middle very delicately. Or is she going to play a double? Yeah, she preferred the double, and she's missed that. So Jodie Holt gets the opportunity here on red balls, and she's missed the pot to the top right hand pocket. So Northern Ireland have got 2 frames to go to win this match, whereas Scotland trail by 3, so they need 4 frames. They need 5 frames to win. Got 19 frames completed. So Lisa Moore's just put another ball closer to that couple of balls that were at the top left hand of the table. So there's a bit of a train there that's been formed that you only need to hit the back one and they'll go through. So this is Jodie Holt on the red balls playing to the middle pocket. So we've had a substitute in the last round for Northern Ireland. We've had Laura Thornton come in for Kim Burford, and we've got Kim Burford at substitute for Jo Coe. So that's for Northern Ireland, and of course they'll come up on screen as the games roll over. So next match is India versus Morocco in the men's teams. That's going to be a cracking match. Men's teams are very much attacking. So the first one of those three balls at the top left getting potted by Lisa Moore of Northern Ireland. And how did that stay out? It was Lisa Moore playing that yellow ball, playing a defensive shot, and she's tucked that white right into the jaw, which is just about impossible to get out of this. There might be a gap there between those two yellows, but I'm not sure what angle she's going to get. And there we go. Well, it's going to be hard to come out of there. She'll probably just touch one of those yellows and keep it as close as possible and say, just have another shot. Or she's going to fly out of the middle of those two balls and just hope that it's going to hit somewhere. No, it's just snuck into the balls like we thought. And her opponent acknowledging a good shot. She must have left it pretty tight that she can't do too much. So Lisa's probably going to run past this yellow and then go back and pot these two balls into the top left-hand pocket.
Brandon, Scotland, top table, please.
And the game's fairly advanced on the right table as well. This match coming to a conclusion because it's a race to 13 frames. Of course, you can see Northern Ireland's only got 2 frames to go. The conclusion as a result, but we need to play the whole 25 frames. So that red's been run down the rail and over the pocket by Jodie Holt of Scotland. So that's a good thing for her because it blocks that yellow of being potted into that pocket. And Lisa Moore played another tight shot, leaving Jodie a very difficult, but this time at least she's not blocked from coming out of there. She can play the side cushion. Interesting to see whether she can get the natural angle to come out of there, or whether Lisa, or whether Jodie's going to need some spin. Looks like she's just playing top through there and hoping to get it off 2 cushions, but that's a foul. She's in fact hit the black first. So yellows now have 2 shots, which is Lisa Moore of Northern Ireland. So Lisa Moore very pensive here. I'm sure she would like to wrap this frame up. So she's playing with bottom. We're hitting ball and cush. She got too much, she probably hit that too fine and jawed it. She sort of jabbed at that shot. For any youngsters watching, it seemed like a bit of a jerk rather than a smooth cueing action. That was better. So at least she's gotten onto the yellow there in Lisa Moore. It's a very difficult shot to put to the top right-hand pocket on this yellow, if she's going to go for it. So she's just run the other side of the balls there. Just kept things tight. So she can gives Jodie Holt opportunity to run this red to the bottom right hand pocket, but she's overcut that. So a little bit of jostling here between these two players. And in fact, the table on the right has progressed to there only being a few balls left on the table between Emma Cunningham and Rachel Bowie. So it's Jodie Holt of Scotland at the table here. Can Scotland make a comeback here? You would think that where they're lying on the table, maybe not, but I'd be hoping for a change of form, and what better way to make a comeback here and try and beat Northern Ireland. Do them the world of good for their confidence into their remaining matches. So that's Jodie Holt potting that red into the bottom right. And they're all pottable from here. She just needs to negotiate them correctly, like to pot in position, pot position. She's going to take this red into the bottom left-hand pocket. Yep, now she's got the other side of the reds. Didn't fall, unfortunately for her. Jodie Holt would have liked that to fall because she could have potted the red in the same pocket and go back for the red over the middle and then the black. But Lisa Moore's got another opportunity here. Let's see what she can do with it. She's just played. That's quite a good shot because very restrictive. It's only left Jodie on the one red ball. But of course that red ball can be potted in the top right-hand corner or even the top left-hand corner. The top right-hand's the obvious one. That's what she's going for. And if she pots that, then there's still those two balls over the pocket. That's a beautiful shot. That's a lovely shot. So now cannon red onto the red. Played it really slow and tentatively. I was a bit afraid that might lose its line, but no, that's fine. She's got the red over this bottom pocket, which she can get the angle probably for the black into the bottom left. That's where she's gone, but yeah, that's very pottable into the bottom left-hand corner pocket. She's going to be queuing over the pocket there, over the jaw, and she might even be running into that yellow a little bit. But she's played that beautiful, well-controlled shot there by Jodie Holt of Scotland, and that should bring them back to 9 frames. So Scotland will trail 9 frames to 12 against Northern Ireland in this women's team match here at the World Championships for 2017 of 8-ball pool. And looks like a frame has completed on the other table while I was watching that. And looks like Northern Ireland were the winners there. So they have 12 frames and only have one more frame to win the match. So it's Northern Ireland 12, Scotland 9. So we've played 21 frames and we have 4 to play. So Kim Beresford is coming in at this position, and she's going to be playing Jodie Holt, and Laura Thornton's going to be playing Louise Sutton. Okay, so the break here Can't quite tell who's breaking. So it's a good spread, but nothing's down, so it's an open table. Now it looks like it's Kim Beresford who's got the next shot. So it must have been Jodie Holt breaking. So Kim's got a good opportunity here to win the winning frame for Northern Ireland. She can play that yellow into the bottom left. She's, we say, butchered that one, but no, she's unfortunately she's missed that. She just didn't look comfortable and seemed to rush that shot. So it's still an open table. This will be Jodie Holt of Scotland. She can cannon that yellow onto the red to be on reds if she wants to. The shot she's going to play. That's the Northern Ireland cry out there. So that was a red ball potted. Playing reds. And she's played that beautifully. That's a lovely pot. So every so often we see some great pots here from both teams. And Jodie Holt's going to stay with that red to the top right hand pocket. She plays nicely. Got opportunity for the red to the top left pocket. And she'll be on that ball in the middle. She'll try and get as close as possible to it so that she can get a position that she's going to be able to hold to. Yeah, that's a lovely shot because she's going to be able to pot that ball now into the middle and run the red to the bottom left and leave herself on a double on the one that's on the right hand cushion, which would be a wonderful out if she can achieve it. So this is Jodie Holt of Scotland. She's played that beautifully. Nice big shot here. Jodie Holt. Good look at it. Certainly going to give it a go. And that's a beautiful shot by Jodie Holt. Jodie Holt stand up at the black. It would be a big cut to be able to put it into the top left-hand pocket. I think she's going to have a look at it. But it's been a lovely break to this point. Well done, Jodie Holt. They're putting up a good fight, Scotland. You know, they would have been the underdogs in this match by a long way, being sitting at the bottom of the table, playing against Northern Ireland, world champions twice, and sitting in fourth spot at the moment. So let's watch her. She goes for this black. She must have thought that goes. Certainly didn't look like it, but anyway, now we're with Kim Beresford, who's got lots of yellows to go for, so it's not likely that she's going to miss one. It's a question of whether she can pot them all. They're all potable, but certainly a lot of work to do. Nicely into the middle pocket there. Now, if she's serious about going game here, she'll probably take this yellow down the rail into the bottom right-hand pocket. And Beresford. I think Northern Ireland would deal enough to win this match, this frame. Either one of these two frames, and that's down, so the break is still alive for Kim Beresford of Northern Ireland. So is she going to play yellow into the middle left or yellow into the middle right pocket?
Referee, table 11, please.
She might go, yeah, the one into the middle right is a lot easier. And she's playing off cushions. Taking your time here, realising the importance of this frame. And she's missed the pot there. So Jodie Holt will get a shot at this black. And now will she try and pot it down the end, top left hand pocket? I would say that's probably the most obvious one. Unless she was doubling. Just steadying, trying to pick the right moment to fire. And I would expect that would just sit over the pocket. Which, under normal circumstance, I wouldn't expect her to get another shot here from Kim Beresford, but somehow I think she might still get another shot at that black, and if she does, I'd expect that she's going to pot it. But let's see what Kim can come up with after throwing that challenge out. Kim Beresford of Northern Ireland. Just potted that into the middle right pocket. Very close to this yellow. The bottom cushion, she's probably got to try and run that. She's either got that into the bottom left, or she goes up the table and pots that yellow into the top right. Both with some degree of difficulty, those two shots. That's Kim Beresford. So it's Northern Ireland versus Scotland. Race to 13 frames. She's missed the pot there, might have got the middle. No, missed both, unfortunately. So Jodie Holt of Scotland. Scotland is still alive. Jodie Holt wins that frame for Scotland, so pulls another one back for Scotland. Scotland trail 10-12 against Northern Ireland after Jodie Holt defeated Kim Beresford. And of course we'll now flick over to the other table on the right of screen, where Laura Thornton and Louise Sutton are doing battle, and that's Laura Thornton. Got an opportunity now to win this match for Ireland, but she might have gone too far. It looks like to me that she can't pot that red. She's gone down quickly, so I expect she can. So, yeah, whether she could or couldn't, she hasn't. She's hit that red too thick, but she's left the white on the right side from her point of view of this yellow, because that bottom left-hand pocket is covered by the black. So if she's going to pot this yellow, it's going to have to be some sort of a double. Interested to see how she plays it. She's tried to double, but not enough pace. Not enough pace, and she's left Laura Thornton on for a cut into the middle pocket for this red. And then even if she misses, that white's not going to come back favourably for potting this yellow. She's gone the double with a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot by Laura Thornton of Northern Ireland. And that should mean that she gets the privilege of potting the winning black for Northern Ireland. Laura Thornton defeats Louise Sutton, and Northern Ireland take the lead, 13-10, and the match, in fact. But we've got to play out these frames because they all count for contributing to the percentage on the league ladder for when it comes to working out what positions they finish in. So we're now back to the table on the left of screen, which is Natalie Madden versus Lindsey Mikela. Note that the Up next will be India versus Morocco in the men's team. I think that will be coming to you at 9 o'clock. Normally when that session starts. 9 o'clock UK time, of course, in England. For those of you watching in Australia, you need to do a bit of a calculation. I think it's about 8 hours ahead. So it'll be about 5:30 in the morning when that game starts. Some of you will be getting up for breakfast before work. All those early starters. A big cheerio to everybody watching on the World Wide Web. It's lovely to have you all, and it's a pleasure to be able to bring it to you. The World 8 Ball Pool Federation, very happy that we can do this live streaming. It's wonderful what we can do with technology to be able to watch a sport like 8 ball live, and to be at an event like this, prestigious event for us, our World Championships, held annually here in, at the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool in England. So the hosts for this championships are the English Pool Association, and of course the event is sanctioned by the World 8 Ball Pool Federation. We're proud to say that we've been going for 25 years now. This is our 25-year anniversary of World Championships. The first one was held in 1993 after the three nations of England, Australia and New Zealand in 1992 came up with the idea of the World 8 Ball Pool Federation starting. So this is Natalie Madden of Northern Ireland playing on the Reds. These are the last two frames of the match. They'll just simply be for frame points for the ladder. Northern Ireland have actually won the match because they have 13 frames. Natalie Madden, she's tracing around the table. She's going to try and cut that red to the bottom left-hand pocket. Plays that perfectly. She's spotted that, and but she's up at the balk end. She's right up the top end of the table, at top of screen, up against the cushion. It's going to be very difficult to pot anything from here unless she can negotiate a double on that red on the left of screen. But no, she's going to play the one on the right cushion. Probably run it right down to this bottom right-hand pocket, which is played reasonably well, so it should finish in the vicinity. A bit firm. Let's bounce back fairway. So Lindsey and Mikela on yellows. Should be able to pot a few balls here. In fact, they're all pottable, including the black in the open. So Scotland could make this score look very respectable. In fact, it is very respectable now. So they should take heart and keep battling away. You always need to put in right to the end. This is a certain psyche with you know, losing a close match to losing by a lot. So Northern Ireland have won this title twice, in 2014 and 2013. The defending world champions in the ladies in this ladies event are Australia. They defeated England last year in the final, and both those two teams are at the top of the ladder at the moment. You've got England that's leading, and Australia in second position after playing five. So this is Natalie Madden. She's on the red balls. She's going right up the table to the ball nearest the top left pocket. Playing that, and it looks like she's played it reasonably well, just overplayed it. And now Lindsey Mikela of Scotland. So this match is down to its last 2 frames, with Northern Ireland having won the match now. But they're playing out the last 2 of the 25 frames. They're leading 13-10 at the moment. So try to put that yellow closer to the pocket. Good morning to any Australians that have just woken up and gotten out of bed to have turned this on. If you've got time, you'll be able to stay around and watch the India versus Morocco men's team. This match is coming to a conclusion, of course. These are the last 2 frames. And good evening to all the viewers around the world, in particular Scotland and Northern Ireland, where these 2 teams are from. So we've got Lindsey Mikela now. See what she can do here. All the yellows are there to be potted. You've just got to work out the way which best suits. She's going to take that ball. Yeah, it's a good pot. She's left herself a pot either into the middle left pocket, or she's got this yellow that will go into the bottom left pocket. She's going to go to the middle first. And she's missed. Yeah, she never... a few basic things there that appeared that weren't there. Even the cue, it wasn't flowing straight through it. She was sort of jabbing down. Might have had something to do with the bridge. The ball needing being close to the cushion. So Natalie Bunton here on the table on the left. She's playing the reds. She's jawed that out. So the players appear to be getting a little bit weary now. Their concentration has waned, particularly now that the match has been won by Northern Ireland. That's a good pot. So the angle's there. Lindsey Mikela's got an opportunity here to make the score even closer for Scotland. Played that with perfect pace. That's a very delicate, nice shot by Lindsey Mikela. So she can pot this in the middle and just stun back for that last yellow in the top left. It's a nice shot. She'll probably try and screw back a little bit so that she's a bit closer to the black after she pots that bowl. So the angle may take her where she doesn't want to go. She's playing with lots of bottom. She's come back the other side. That's quite a good shot. So she can pot this, either cut her into the middle left pocket or pot it straight into the top left. Whatever she prefers, going for the top left. And she's missed it, unfortunately. Again, it didn't look like she got right over the shot to, it looks like the concentration has really diminished. So now it's going to be Natalie Madden on the red balls. Played that nicely. It's a nice pot. The red ball played it nice and firm and with conviction. So it's Natalie Madden here who can chalk another one up for Northern Ireland. She can just pot this red in the bottom right hand pocket and then screw back enough to make it a reasonable shot for on the black. Having a good look at it, taking your time, like you should. And she's decided to go around, and she's done that quite well. Apart from being on the cushion, there shouldn't be any trouble negotiating that shot. And that's Natalie Madden of Northern Ireland, who it's another one on the board for Northern Ireland. So Northern Ireland convincingly in front now, 14 frames to 10. So the last frame to finish now will be between Lisa Moore and Angie Tidball. This is best of 25. She's so that was Lisa Moore from Northern Ireland playing that shot. So Angie Tidball is on black. She'll probably just sneak in there and touch that. Sorry, on black. It looks like she's on black. She's played the yellow. She's on the reds. So she's played a foul to get the black out. So that means Lisa Moore from Northern Ireland will have 2 shots on the yellow balls. Just going to take those 2 out, I think. No, she's only played them very slow. Yeah, of course, because she's got this other yellow tied up next to the red on the bottom left-hand pocket. So there's the crew from Northern Ireland. They're the winners this evening. All of the team. Their team manager Denise Warrington should be in there somewhere.
Come on then, Angie. Come on.
So this is Angie Tidball, the yellows. I'm sure she'd love to finish off with this frame. And give an even more respectable score. So this is the ladies' teams coming to you from Blackpool in England at the Imperial Hotel. So that was just trying a safety shot.
Next match on table.
Some more
Paddy Tyndall qualifier. Chris
yellows.
Tyson qualifier.
What you just she was trying to promote that yellow to the pocket, but it's finished up on the cushion. So she's having to play this red. And she's just played the yellow. She was trying to give that red a nudge towards the pocket. So I'd imagine she's given 2 shots away now. And Lisa Moore on yellows should be able to negotiate a way to win this. After that shot. So she's potted and managed to get that yellow out, which is a great result for her. So she'll take that yellow to the top right hand pocket, then run the yellow to the opposite left hand pocket, and the last yellow will go in the middle. But the black, where is that going to go? We'll see what Angie can, what Lisa can do for us here. So Lisa should be able to take this last yellow into the middle. And she's given herself an angle where she can either play 2 cushions with a double into the bottom right, or try and see what she's going to play. No, she's tried to double it back and nearly helped it with a white. So that was Lisa Moore on yellows, and looks like she had 2 shots. Yeah, I think they're discussing that previous shot. They're trying to work out whether she's still got a shot. That's Denise Warrington there as a timer. And of course we've got a referee looking on as well. Yeah, so she still has got 1 more shot. So Lisa Moore's lining up to try and pot the last black of the match. And she's missed. So that's going to give Angie Tidball the opportunity for Scotland to get this last frame. So this game's been coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. That's nicely done by Angie Tidball. She's got a perfect angle here to pot this last red into the bottom left and go around to then pot the black into that top left pocket. Hopefully she hasn't hit it too hard. No, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect by Angie. Angie Tidball gets to have a shot at the black in the final frame and pick another one up for Scotland. So the score finishes up being Northern Ireland 14 and Scotland 11 here in the women's team round robin. So that's it from this match. Stay tuned, because at 9 o'clock will be the final match for the day between I believe it's Morocco. It'll come up on screen at the end of this broadcast. So that's it for the evening. That's the score for this match between Northern Ireland and Scotland. So Northern Ireland 14, Scotland 11. Stay tuned for the next match. There it is, which will be 9 p.m. India versus Morocco men's team. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you, and thank you all for viewing this live streaming of the World Championships for 2017.